Oh, there we go. We are live. We are live for the overnight severe weather coverage. As of right now, we currently are focusing on Iowa, and we are focusing a little bit on the Texarkana area. But first, we have currently one tornado warning in Iowa, which is radar indicated 1 inch in diameter hail. We do have some rotation just south of Kellogg. Some rotation over there. Not as tight as it used to be. And why is this like this? This would be great if it worked. Yeah, overall, honestly, with the past few scans, it looks very good. Then it kind of looked weird. I think that these storms over here, as they move off into a non-cape sort of area, not a lot of energy, these will die off, but the rotation is still there, so these will have some strength near them. But we are now focusing on mainly this line of thunderstorms. The main threat, I think, is going to be wind. Definitely straight line winds. Rotational wise, we're not talking about anything rotational. Potentially over here, south of Earlham, we could potentially see maybe a quick spin up. Not something to be worried about. If it does form something, and it's not going to be a strong tornado like we've seen today. Let's go to our severe warning over here with a tornado possible tag. I will gladly take this. So these storms are kind of in a cape area. Like if we were to go to our models, HRR, and if we were to go to most unstable cape. Well, actually, there's a little bit of a high. It's a little bit of a broken space there, so I guess these storms actually will be on the lower end for strength. I guess the storms did form over here near Dallas, and then they will go into that area, so I think that's why they have a severe warning. They are slowly going into a lesser area for strength. But we definitely still have a plethora of cape ranging from Norman to the border. That's cape values. Honestly, yeah, I'd say this Norman, all the way from Austin, this is where our strongest cape values are. So if we do see some supercells, especially near San Antonio, form over here, we may have to worry about those for an overnight wind and hail threat. Tornado threat can be there, I guess, but here we go. I missed it. I'm stupid. The tornado parameters as of now, it's mainly going to be for our storms in Iowa. They do have some tornado parameters, so we will have to watch out for those. But still, that is still kind of low. And our tornado parameters are very high over here. That's north of Hubbard. So, and it does show a supercell within the hour north of Hubbard, so I guess we could potentially have a tornado threat for a supercell just south of Dallas. As of right now, this would be within the hour. So, if we go to our Dallas radar, nothing. Honestly, this could be that storm. There's a great chance, and if it is, it's not gonna have a chance. It's not gonna have that rotational chance anymore. But we're still gonna wait because that may not be it. That may be it. We really just have to wait. That's all we have to do is just wait for the Dallas storm. Because if the Dallas storm does show up, then that may be something we will have to worry about. As far as a tornado goes. Still a tornado warning over here. It looks like we may have a hook echo. Now this rotation is dying out. They may do another handoff. I don't know. We will see. We'll still have to watch it. Looks like we may have another area of rotation just south of Swan, north of Pleasantville. And yeah, we could see this potentially do something. So it looks like, as far as Iowa goes, I think we may have to watch for these parts of the storms. As far as rotation goes. So it looks like south of Des Moines. I'm definitely not pronouncing that right. But once again, south, we could see these southerly tail parts of the storm possibly try to do something. We don't know yet. We're about to see. Downtown and the metro area, you guys are about to get in on possibly a very heavy rain and a lot of wind. Definitely the wind is going to be the major threat with this line. And really that'd be it. That would be it until tomorrow, possibly. In the Des Moines, the rotation on our tornado possible storm in Ashdown, Arkansas has really just died down. And we no longer have a tornado warning. So everybody, I want you all to just take a breath. It's over. As of right now, at least for the tornado outbreak part of today, it is officially over at 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The event really started around 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, the event really started around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and it just ended at 11:15 p.m. Eastern Time. So, we had to wait a hot minute. A hot minute. The only thing tornadic-wise is a tornado possible storm, but I'm expecting that to go away. As far as any rotation or tornado warnings, I think we deserve a huge breath. Let's take a big breath. Yeah, this storm is collapsing on itself near, looks like just west of Grindel, Iowa. It is collapsing as it leaves that cape. This line is still in a cape area, especially the southerlies, so we may have to watch that. Not for tornadoes, but possibly for some even stronger winds and hail. Maybe some isolated rotation. Isolated. Let's go to velocities, actually. Where velocities, as of rotation-wise, it was over here. And I think, it just went away. There was no rotation. And it's going around 30 miles an hour. So, actually, I may want to take back my word, y'all. It looks like the southern part of the storm looks like it has broken up just northeast of Creston, Iowa, leaving this kind of mess over here to be a bit more isolated. I am noticing possibly 2 pockets of what could be starting rotation now. Not tornado warned, so still breathe. It's over. I mean, the initial, the tornadic threat, let's just say, is over. As of, it's almost midnight. Today, the outbreak is over. Let's just say the outbreak is over. Even if later on there is a tornado warning, it's most likely just going to be rotation. And even when there's a tornado warning, that's not going to add to the outbreak. It's over. It's over. Completely over. But the severe weather outbreak part of it, I think, is going to persist until this one goes away. Until this goes away, we will have ended the severe weather part of the severe weather outbreak. So we have ended the tornado outbreak today. Big breath. And it looks like we may be soon, in 9 minutes, could be over with the severe outbreak, which would be big. Not as big as a tornado outbreak, but pretty big. Let's look at north of Memphis. Yeah, we got some strong storms going on. Let's see this. Special weather statement. Are you doing anything funny? No, you are not. This storm going in north of Memphis, Tennessee, east of Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is a strong thunderstorm going in. Nothing severe. Tornado, anything on these. The tornado threat on these is less than not likely. It's way less than, not likely. So, yeah. But the tornado threat over here, as of now, it's not likely, but it's also not likely. So, okay, it's like likely, not likely. It's not this. It's not the likely part, but it's also not likely, if that makes sense. But in the median. It's in the median between likely and not likely is our tornado threat. I can't say not likely, but I also cannot say likely. So it's just in the middle. In the middle between the low chances, let me just say. In the middle between the medium-low chance. It's a medium-low chance of a tornado over here. It is still just enough for me to keep observing this line. It is just enough for me to keep observing this line just in case. Because it barely still is in. Really, when these storms leave this part of Iowa, that's when the Cape goes way down. So this line technically still has just a bit to go. It still has a bit to go after it hits Des Moines. So after Des Moines, it still does have a bit to go. These storms over here, as you saw, were rapidly weakening. You saw that on this stream. They were rapidly weakening after they literally crossed that line. So that is what we're waiting for. So these storms to cross that line. So they still have a bit of energy to go through. And of course, they can take up the energy as much as they want. And depending on how long it takes them to realize that there's energy there, or at least enough energy there to warrant a severe warning, let's say, then I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. That's really being honest. So we have a first, I think, special weather statement in, Louisiana. That's definitely some heavy rain, possibly some small hail. That is a strong thunderstorm. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There is some broad rotation. That looks like it's up north of Farmerville, Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana. Are we even talking about Louisiana? No, we are not, but Louisiana is in that bit of a... But that's like... Yeah. We were talking about a marginal risk, so this does make sense, but for tornado-wise, we were not. So, that'd be very surprising if this gets a tornado warning. If it continues to, but it's just broad rotation. Look at this line. We may have to keep an eye on potentially these storms. We may have to keep an eye on them. Very surprising, but it does look like they are not, like, strong. I mean, they're strong, of course, but they're not strong enough to warrant a severe thunderstorm warning. This one near Ashdown is slowly deteriorating. We have 3 minutes of this. It does not look like they're gonna extend this, so I think possibly in 3 minutes we may be done with a severe weather outbreak. We are done with the tornado outbreak, and of course, breath. And it looks like in 3 minutes. Damn it. Okay, never mind. The severe weather threat still exists, as we have another 48 minutes of our severe weather outbreak continuing. Damn. At least the tornado portion's over. But this storm, which still has a bit broad rotation, is actually... Oh, whoa. Okay. That actually is intensifying rotational-wise. North of Farmersville. Going into the east of El Dorado, Arkansas. We could potentially have a quick spin up tornado. This is definitely going to, but if you're worried, but this is definitely going to expire. "46 minutes, I guess, of a severe weather outbreak. Not a tornado outbreak, but a severe weather outbreak. Oh man, that was a big day. I am very glad the tornado portion's over. I'm like very glad. That was a stressful time. Very stressful time. Definitely a lot of tears. Feeling bad for people who are in the path of those storms. Yeah, this is just intensifying. So glad I went live. A lot of our professional live stream people like Ryan Hall and Max Velocity and people like that, they're offline because of no tornado warning, which makes sense. But I'm glad I went live because a lot of people in all the areas still let their guard down. And, we could potentially have a tornado in Louisiana, not even was predicted. Nobody talked about Louisiana. And the southern border of Arkansas. See, this is why without your favorite live streamers, you gotta pay attention. Because things like this can happen. Still no tornado warning on it, though. But it is severe. It is strengthening, let's just say. A lot of lightning. Not a good sign. Yeah. That is some heck of rotation. That should be severe warning soon. I just bet my bottom dollar that's going to be tornado warning soon if it continues this track of the frames. I think either right now, soon, or in the next frame, if this continues, we could see a tornado warning. Here, actually, did we even predict a tornado? Yeah, look at that. Louisiana is in that 2%. But if we line up where that severe warning is, the severe warning is The rotational part is right here. Okay, it was close. I guess it was technically predicted, but it was such a low chance. Definitely, everybody let their guard down, especially when these storms were de-intensifying, weakening. Definitely, everybody let their guard down. But perhaps it is Storm Prediction Center. Perhaps. 42 minutes with some strong rotation. And definitely some hail. What is that? 1 inch in diameter hail. Once again, and we have a tornado warning. I called it. Wait a minute. I'm debating if this tornado warning is going to be part of the outbreak. Okay, there is technically a tornado warning. So technically the tornado outbreak is back. God. So never mind, y'all. The tornado outbreak and the severe weather outbreak is still going on. I think we all let our guard down, but it was a nice break. It was a nice break to breathe, but it looks like this could be round 2 of the outbreak. Even though round 2 is supposed to start in hours, later in hours. Tomorrow by 1 p.m. Eastern. But it looks like we have an overnight round 2, so, yep. Yeah, there's some strong rotation going on. This is radar indicator warnings for Union, Louisiana, and Union, Arkansas. So both the unions near the border of Louisiana and Arkansas need to take cover because a potential tornado could drop. Potential tornado and quarter-size hail could start with this storm. I wonder what the Cape looks like. Okay. Well, checking on Des Moines. The storms are closing in. If you do not remember the line I drew, this is the Cape line. I drew that way farther. There we go. little bit of storms just entering Des Moines. And when they leave Des Moines, we'll still have some areas of potential energy. So once again, the storms near Des Moines, their energy runs out when they cross the pink line. The Des Moines storms, they will still have some energy, but until they cross that pink line, they will run out of energy. They'll run into a pink bricked wall, let's say. Go to our tornado warning. And it does look like the rotation has died out. So it does look like the rotation is dying out, which means it's still broad. But we may see this slow down as, I guess, this storm just had a last hurrah. This storm just had a... I guess this one just had like a weird uptick. Honestly, the tornado outbreak is over. I would not count this one part of the tornado outbreak because, like, this was literally like a joke tornado. It was really intensifying, now it's weakening. This was definitely a joke tornado. The storm is joking with us. There's not going to be a tornado with this storm, trust me. Unless, hold on. Yeah, there's really nothing. We will still watch it. We're still gonna watch it. I'm not gonna get it after there's no tornado warnings and after there is no severe thunderstorm warnings. We will start the second part of the stream, which is a small segment, which is looking at the future for tomorrow. After that, then we will most likely end it because that's when there will be no tornado warnings, which means that the outbreak is over. And the outbreak is over. This was just, like I said, a joke tornado, basically. So technically, we really don't have any tornadoes. But until this severe thunderstorm warning goes away in about 34 minutes, then we can know that the tornado outbreak is over and the severe thunders and the severe part of the outbreak of today is over. After that, we'll get into the next part of it, and after we go over the future, that's when I am going to call it quits, as there's going to be nothing to cover. And of course, there's definitely going to be some strong storms. Definitely some strong storm warnings. We call them special weather statements. This is going to be allowed to expire. So do not worry about that. Still stay in your shelter, though, just in case if it wants to joke again. And this severe thunderstorm warning, I think, will persist for 33 minutes. Because this still is a severe storm. I bet you Twitter or X is freaking out about that. Just like the hail cores, or at least the significant rain part of it, is dying a bit. So this storm could be dying out and just become a strong storm, which is what we want to see. The Des Moines storms are basically there because, I say they're there because this part is over Des Moines. So these storms are getting favorably close. I think it's like right around Marshalltown. Once again, once that line officially goes through Des Moines, it will still have a bit of room, a lot of room left for it to go through energy. So the whole line will get more energy, or at least be in an area where there's energy. And I think once like the frontal lines leave, there is a huge amount of cape for the southern lines, which the southern lines, last time I checked, had some rotation. They still kind of do, so once again, these southern lines have a bit more time to be in the energy field. Who knows, maybe that can have an effect on it, I don't know. Yeah, the rotation is completely gone. If anything, it's the best, like the broadest of the broad. And our heavy rain is almost gone as well. This is slowly becoming a strong storm. This is basically not even a severe storm at this point. This is a strong storm, but we're going to wait a few more frames so we can confirm that. If you live in anywhere in Iowa, expect some. If you live in anywhere in Iowa, along this line, if you live anywhere over here, expect some rain showers and just thunderstorms, maybe an isolated, a strong thunderstorm going on. Nothing severe. Once those areas, like I said, like get to you, once these storms get to this area, there's not going to be a lot of energy for them to persist and get stronger. Maybe once again they will have just a bit more energy and them and become a strong storm, not severe, but definitely some rain and thunder tonight. If you're worried about anywhere in Iowa, severe-wise, there's really nothing to pay attention to, but if anything, maybe this part of the line near Creston. It's a bit more severe. It's a bit more intense. Just a bit. Not even, it's not like, it's a bit of a strong storm. It's a strong, not severe, but it's a strong storm. It has the tiniest bit of rotation on it. But still, not even something to be worried about. Not even something to be worried about. And also, this little line, at least this little area, will also have a lot of more time to be in some convective available potential energy. So we will just see what it does. You can see this line is, the northern part is slowly fizzling out. As it, at least the most northern parts are nearing that line there, as they're slowly approaching the area of when there is going to be no more energy for them to produce. So it looks like Iowa in the next 15-20 minutes. Your intensities for storms are going to start to go down. In the next 15 minutes, the intense line of storms, strong line of storms, are going to be going down. Very soon here, once they reach just outside of Marshalltown. Once they reach just outside of Marshalltown is when they will officially hit that brick wall of little to none cape, little to none energy for them to work off of. So, but these babies over here, I mean, it's the same wall. Marshalltown. Here's that, wall I'm talking about. How much they have, left. These storms are about to be over it. But if you look on this basically all south of Des Moines, basically everything south of, I'm going to draw it like this. So the pink is the wall of energy. Everywhere on this side of Iowa has some energy. Everything on this side has barely none energy for it to become strong or severe. This red is showing the north part of the storm and the south part of the storm, at least the line. The northern part of the line will reach the wall first, and that will be in the northern line, which looks very intense right now, will slowly become de-intense. But if you look at its slash shape, the southern end will have a lot more time in that cape war, in that environment. So that's why I'm keeping an eye. I'm no longer, in about a few more minutes, I'm no longer going to be looking at everything north of Des Moines. In a few more minutes, I'm no longer going to be looking, north of Des Moines, because it's going to be out of it. 1 second. Yeah. And I think that's just I don't know. I think that's just a scary radar look. But yeah, once again, everything north of Des Moines, I will be ignoring in the next few minutes. Everything south, I'm still going to keep an eye on just in case. We still have a tornado warning. There's not even rotation there. There's not even, it's broad. Yeah, there's nothing. Nothing. There's no tornado. This will expire. That's going to expire. These both will be allowed to expire. The tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning will both be allowed to expire. With that, I know I said I'm going to start part 2 of the half of the stream and there's nothing. There is still something showing, but it's going to be expired. There is no rotation at all. Zero. Nada. Nothing. There's not even broad rotation. It's nothing. There's not even hail. There's not even heavy rain. I mean, it was kind of heavy rain, but there's no hail. There's no 1 inch in diameter hail. Maybe a bit of some strong rain. But this should just overall be a strong thunderstorm to expect. With that, I can confirm that there is no tornado risk as of right now with this storm, and there is no severe risk with this storm. Which is why I'm going to start part 2 of the stream. And that is firstly by saying congratulations. We have officially, really officially now, like actually officially, we are over with the tornado outbreak. Whew. And we are now officially done with the severe weather outbreak today. I think that should feel good. We can sleep tonight. This part of the country, it may get a bit rainy and stormy, but that's just could be general storms. Maybe an isolated strong storm. But really all just could be okay tonight. Okay, now let's go into the future. Good. So as of right now, strong storms really going on. As we go into midnight, as we go into 2 a.m. Eastern, really just general isolated thunderstorms. Nothing strong, just isolated thunderstorms. And some lines and blobs of just thunderstorms. "5 a.m. when what I like to call when teachers wake up. We can still have some thunderstorms. Rain here and there. That's not what I wanted to click on. And all the way from Minneapolis to Cleveland. Regular rain and thunder that can be said for Arkansas and Mississippi. That's not what I wanted to click. Bruh. Going into when you drop off your kids or whatever, we could have some rain and possibly some thunderstorms develop in Colorado. Potentially a possibility of some strong storms in Oklahoma to Arkansas, but mostly going to be just general rain, thunder that can be said for Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan. So is Canada. As far as we can go is 10 a.m., a huge line of rain going on near Denver. Possibly a supercell, or at least a strong thunderstorm in Oklahoma, going to Arkansas. And it also looks like we actually have some 10 a.m. convection going on. This can potentially be severe. By near Oklahoma City, west of Oklahoma City by 10 a.m. Eastern. There'll be some storms once again going into Ohio, Indiana. Nothing really to worry about. Possibly maybe a strong thunderstorm or two going on there. That's really all I can go for. So there's your future. It's really all. I'm going to give this one final check just for whatever. Let's check Little Rock. No rotation. No rotation with this. That tornado warning will be allowed to expire. No hail with this, so the severe warning will be allowed to expire. Potentially a strong storm, so yeah. Iowa, once again. That's interesting. South of Des Moines, just east of Creston, we may have a potential for a severe thunderstorm because there is some rotation and we could potentially see a embedded hook echo going on. I don't know yet. I don't think so. There definitely is some broad rotation, but you know what? As of now, south of Des Moines, until the storms reach this line, I think it is safe to say that we are good. Alright. That tornado warning will be expired, and so will the severe thunderstorm. So that's all I have for you. There's nothing severe going on. Do not get distracted or confused by that, because this is not severe. It will expire. But yeah, that's all I have for you. Let's end it off with... I just leaked my email. Let's end it off with a good old MMRS look at the country. Good look at the country. Yeah. Nice look at the country. Alright, everybody. That's all I have for you. We made it. We went through it. Congratulations to all of you, I guess.